48 hours after the murder of RSS worker Sanjith in Kerala's Palakkad, the accused have yet not been arrested. All this despite the fact that the police chief of that district had come out to say that yes, it is indeed a political murder and had not ruled out the possibility that it is the SDPI that could be behind this particular attack. And all of this happening while the wife of the murdered person, Sanjith, comes out and says that she can easily identify the accused. Why then the delay?
നാലഞ്ച് ആൾക്കാർ വടിവാള് കൊടുത്തു സഞ്ജിത്തിന് വെട്ടി എന്നെ പിടിച്ച് ഇങ്ങനെ ചാലിൻ്റെ അവിടെ കേട്ട് പിടിച്ചു നിർത്തി ഉണ്ടാവൻ എൻ്റെ മുന്നിൽ തന്നെ വെട്ടി എന്നെ പിടിച്ചു നിർത്തിയതായിരുന്നു. അവിടെ റോഡ് അങ്ങനെ മോശമാണ്. അവൻ വീണു. സഞ്ജിത്ത് 2-3 ആൾക്കാരുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. കയ്യിൽ ആയുധം കൊണ്ട് വെട്ടായിരുന്നു. എൻ്റെ ആളുടെ കണ്ടാൽ അറിയും. 2 ദിവസം മുൻപ് ഇവിടെ ഒരാൾ വിളിച്ചിട്ട് മുൻപ് ഇവിടെ SDPI പ്രവർത്തകൻ RSS ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതിന് വീട്ടിലെന്തോ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട് തോന്നുന്നു, സൂക്ഷിക്കണം, അത് മാത്രം പറഞ്ഞത് എന്നോട്.
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us with us is Tom Vadakan, spokesperson of the BJP. Also joining us on the broadcast is Shehzad Times Now contributor. With us also is S. Balan, who's a lawyer. Gokul Chandran is a political analyst joining us. I'm going to start with Gokul Chandran. Gokul Chandran, what explains this delay on part of the state police machinery? The persons who are, accused can be identified by the wife, as you just heard her say. She also says that at the moment, all right, I don't think we have Gokul Chandran with us, but let me take this across to S. Balan. Mr. Balan, why the delay in arresting those who are accused of the murder of Sanjith? Wife says she can identify them, and the rivalry is something that is known very well. In the past as well, we've heard the police come out and say that political rivalry cannot be ruled out. Why then the delay, sir?
Sir, what I feel, you can't expect presumptive policing algorithm. See, a person is lynched. We have all the sympathy for the bereaved family. But giving a political cover and identifying a victim, identifying attacker, identifying the culprits, see, this is too premature. Let the law will take its own course. See, to identify him, whether there is any CCTV footage, whether the victim's wife have given the gate of the assailants, all those things need to be taken into consideration. Whether it is a political murder or other murder, see, anyway, that has to be investigated. See,
no, I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. My question to you very simply is this, sir. My question to you is very simple. Leave aside all the politics. The question is, a murder has taken place. Why is it that it has been 48 hours and the persons accused, whoever they may be, have yet not been nabbed? Can you explain that? Because the BJP says it's only because it's a BJP RSS worker that, in fact, the accused have not been arrested by the left government.
No. It can't be predictive, sir. See, police have
what
to
is predictive?
investigate as per law.
48 hours is not enough?
Means what? Whether see, you are predicting that, see, the identity of the assailant cannot be predictive. It can't be algorithm.
Okay, see, it can't be an algorithm. Tom Vadakan, you are being too demanding. You cannot demand that an accused person should be arrested in 48 hours. That is being too demanding. You are being predictive in nature. You can't assume these things. Please respond to Mr. Balan, Tom Vadakan.
No,
let him respond. You ask the question. Now let the BJP respond. Tom Vadakan.
1 minute, sir.
Tom Vadakan. I want Tom Vadakan to respond to your questions, Mr. Balan. Tom Vadakan.
Mother, 120 of our RSS workers and party workers has been brutally murdered. Accidents or whatever cover-up operation that has gone in. There is no trace of investigation. The honored lawyer here says that, well, it is a question of establishing evidences. 3 days before this slaughter or execution or whatever this kind of murder is called, there was a telephonic call to the family of a threat from the SDPI saying that a team from Coimbatore, I repeat, a team from Coimbatore has arrived to eliminate him. No police investigation, and as my learned lawyer says, no need to get into what he calls predictive conclusions. Now, if this is not predictive conclusions, then this is not the first attempt, Madhav. This is the third attempt to execute this gentleman. This RSS worker is an active worker. His only fault is he belongs to the RSS. Lynching. I'm shocked at the Delhi Communist Party. No reactions. Congress Party, no reactions. Point is, if lynching is open, this is the fourth case of open killing, and 120 have already occurred. No evidence, and they say there's no evidence. And
Okay.
what the hell is the state government doing about it? Nothing, Mother.
Okay.
They're just giving them the long rope.
Gokul
I'm sorry, I
Chandran,
should
state
say
government
this
is
in
doing
public
absolutely
domain.
nothing. This is a case of clear-cut murder. In such a case, action, if the perpetrators are well known, if it is a political murder, as the state chief of the district police has said, why has action yet not been taken is the question that the BJP is asking. Your response to that, Gokul Chandran.
Yeah, good evening, Mother. First of all, I want to say the RSS and SDPI are hand in gloves in creating terror in Kerala. And SDPI is
Gokul
not better
Chandran.
than RSS or
What is he
Gokul
talking
Chandran,
about?
better than
does that
SDPI.
have anything to do with the murder? Does that have anything to do with the... No, you have your personal
Yeah,
beliefs
it
and
has.
political beliefs. Please keep them aside for a minute.
No, this is not
Let's just say that there has been a murder. It doesn't matter if it is an SDPI person murdered, an RSS worker murdered, a CPM worker murdered, or Congress worker. A murder is a murder, sir.
Yeah, Madhav,
Are some murders less important than the other? Gokul Chandran.
SDPI here. Who told this is SDPI? I am not a lawyer of SDPI. I don't support SDPI. I condemn the activities of SDPI. But in this case, in this particular Malampuzha case, you tell me who has proved that it is SDPI? The BJP and the RSS, they are creating a havoc in the state. They are creating terror in the state in the name of SDPI. First, you prove it is SDPI. Then
Okay.
you prove it is SDPI.
Okay. Let Shehzad Poonawalla come in over here. Shehzad Poonawalla, the onus is on BJP and RSS to prove that it is indeed SDPI. Please respond to Gokul Chandran as to why you believe it is indeed the SDPI. Please respond.
No, without any proof or shred of evidence, the Ghaziabad incident was linked to Hindutva forces. Hindutva has become ISIS and Boko Haram, but here we want evidence against the same SDPI, against which there's been plenty of evidence of how they've been involved in political murders and killings in Kerala. In fact, the left government has given affidavits on the kind of activities TFI has been involved in. But this is the kind of double standard. These champions of human rights, so-called champions of liberalism, when there is a killing of a BJP RSS worker, it's as if their lives don't matter. They do not open their mouth. They do not even say that we condemn this unequivocally. They can, in fact, put the blame back on the victim. And this is the problem. The wife of the victim, the family of the victim has been making these allegations. He has been attacked in the past by PFI, SDPI activists. And today, here, people are standing in judgment of the victim and trying to protect the Islamist forces only in the name of vote bank politics.
Shehzad, nobody is protecting SDPI. Nobody is favoring
Then
SDPI.
you call this, then you call this as an act of Islamist intolerance. You have labeled all kinds of activities.
Why you are bringing religion into it? Why
Why
you want to bring religion everywhere? Let the investigation happen. Let the police find who is the culprit. Till then, don't bring religion into it.
Happened in Afzal Guru case, you said he's a martyr. Afzal Guru could
let it happen. See,
Supreme Court
I am not supporting SDPI because SDPI has killed Congress worker. Mr. Naushad, who was our worker, was killed by SDPI, and these people were scot free. Mr. Abhimanyu, a SFI leader.
High Court intervened there, but you still...
No, let me just come in here. Let me just come in here. Gokul Chandran and Shehzad Poonawalla, let me just come in here. Gokul Chandran, there is one very important aspect. And the fact is this, whoever it may be, and we began the debate, you came in a bit late saying this, that whoever it may be, why has the police not acted? End of the day, if there is a murder that takes place, the cops are supposed to swing into action. 48 hours later, have they not been able to, using whatever technology available, cell phone records, CCTV footage, the statement of the wife who says, I can identify the killers. Why still have they not been able to arrive at who those killers are, and why have they not been nabbed? A simple question, leave alone whether they are SDPI or not.
Yeah, I'll tell you. See, a few years back, Mr. Abhimanyu, the SFI leader, the Communist Party, a young guy was killed by SDPI people, and till now, there is no conclusion of the case. The case has not been concluded. So you can Imagine how left and SDPI has a nexus over there.
Well,
In the local body elections and in the just concluded assembly
I don't think that is anything to claim a lot of joy or rejoice about. I think that just shows the sheer incompetence of the police who investigated that case. I want to bring in Tom Vadakan now. Tom Vadakan, you were wanting to come in on the point that was made by Gokul Chandran as far as the involvement of SDPI is concerned. Your response, Tom.
Well, first thing, he just brought an example of a case where somebody from the Marxist Party was killed. Let me tell you something. They collected 5 crores of money on his name. I mean, these are also facts in public domain. I'm not giving you a private view. And that money, out of which a few lakhs was given to the widow and the family, and the rest were pocketed. This has become an industry. For them, killing of their own party men don't matter. RSS, BJP are just elements to be wiped out. In 48 hours by now, you are ready to investigate the case of the models who hit a tree and whatever and get down to evidence using all technology. Here, 48 hours later, the wife is ready to recognize those people, and then investigation is slow. Not because of anything, because the administration is a hand in glove, and there are spokesmen of SDPI coming in the shape of independent speakers and trying to defend them. It's very unnatural. And I believe the people of Kerala have seen through this game for quite some time. And they will give a fitting reply. Don't think you can flourish. Killing people is not a solution. If you have ideological differences with anybody, sort it out in dialogue. This is no solution. You can't kill a man in the way you did. 37 cuts on his body. And you... I mean, Madhav, there was a small hole there which was full of blood, and a man died of cardiac arrest just watching the murder. Can you imagine how brutal it must have been? 9:30 in the morning on a state highway, and this gentleman comes here to defend the SDPI. Shock on
Nobody defending the SDPI. Sorry, Mr. Tom.
To see this gentleman on television. I'm ashamed to see this gentleman on television. Is he a human being? Coming and defending a human being? Pool of blood in the pot, in that hole. Man dies of heart attack. On the spot. His wife is tortured. She's held by the head to see the murder that's being conducted. And here's a gentleman who dares to speak supporting the murderers. And he says investigation will follow.
I'm going to give Gokul a chance to rebut that. Gokul Chandran, end of the day, it's a very, very brutal murder. There have been over 30 stabbings on the body of this individual. I think that's a well-recorded fact. The police have also said so. The fact is that in such a brutal murder also, if the police is going to drag its feet, it's going to raise some serious questions about whether the police are going to conduct an impartial probe or not when there is so much of evidence that is available, particularly in the form of the witness, that is the wife.
Yeah, Madhav, I totally agree with this. SDPI is a terrorist organization. It is a terrorist outfit. There is no doubt about that.
Thank you.
But what BJP and RSS is doing, BJP and RSS is trying to cash in and create terror across the state. In this particular case, I want them to wait for the police investigation to get over.
Well,
and I agree that there is a...
Well, Gokul Chandran, at this point of time, if an RSS worker has been killed, I think, let's at least wait for justice to be done in this particular case. And as I said, a murder is a murder. It does not matter who has been murdered. There is a law of land. If we are all citizens who believe in our constitution, who believe in the Indian Penal Code, want to see the criminal justice system take appropriate action, certainly, of course, the fact that there are witnesses in this case should be something that speeds up the probe. Unfortunately, at the moment, we have not yet seen that happen in Palakkad at the moment. I'd like to thank all our guests for joining us. We're slipping into a quick break.